Good day, folks. How is everyone doing? Hope you are all doing absolutely fantastic. Feeling groovy. Realizing, of course, the government really don't love you. Also realizing that pretty much everything you've been told since the day you were born is a lie. It is September the 2nd of 2025, 10:20 a.m. Mr. Buzz coming to you from the communist shithole known as Ontario, Canada. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up as I'll ask. If you'd like to support the channel, the information is in the description on how you do so. And I also offer guitar lessons via Google Meet. So add music to your life and make the biggest improvement possible. I promise. Okay, so I'm at the point in my, I guess we'll call it a journey, because that's what life on this planet is. I'm at the point where the Lord is really revealing my purpose, what it is. And for me to do what it is the Lord has for me to do, probably the most important thing I need to master is humility. It's actually the most important thing every one of us has to master. Humility. Because the lack of humility will lead to so many other things that you don't want, like judging other people. And I've been doing this. I get on here every day and I put out a message to the world, and then sometimes I will go and 20 minutes later do the opposite of what I've just said, right? And I'll have to catch myself and go, wow, I just told people not to judge others and forgive their enemies. And like, I go, and that's what we're like. That's what humans are like, right? We have to practice these things. We have to stay mindful. Mindfulness is another really important thing that I'll probably talk about a little bit in this video as well. But humility. If you don't have any humility, if you're arrogant, which I can definitely be sometimes, that is, oh, there goes my cat freaking out now. Sammy boy, please stop, buddy. Daddy will be done in a few minutes. He doesn't like me making videos at all. He just really doesn't. So, if you don't have humility and you're a little bit arrogant, you're going to tend to judge others. You're going to let darkness enter your heart. You're going to, say negative things about other people when you don't even know the situation. You're not the judge in the first place. Neither am I. We're not judges. We're not here for that. The Lord takes care of all the judging. We don't have to do any of it. It's not for us. Okay, that is tricky for a human being to get the hang of, not judging everything we see and everyone we see. But it's a lack of humility that causes this, I believe. I got cockroached again last night. Okay, I was quite affected by the one 2 days ago that I mentioned, like I talked about in a video I made yesterday. Walking down the street, and the Lord stopped me dead in my tracks, spun me around, made me go back 3 steps and bend down and look, and there was a cockroach. I knew right away what I'd done with that one, and it was, again, a lack of humility. That's what it was. And then last night, before I went to bed, I always go out and sit on the porch, and I've started smoking again, unfortunately, so out there smoking a cigarette, and I got cockroached again. I just sitting there looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden, the Lord made me look down, and there was scurrying a little cockroach. I got cockroached again. And again, it had lots to do with a lack of humility. And a lack of setting the right example. Because for anointed people, we are representing the Most High God. We are actually representatives of Him. And we got to take that really seriously and be very careful how we do it. So as part of my penance, I'm making this video. I'm admitting my failure to be humble the way the Lord wants me to be. So that's my first goal and my major focus today, and from here on I'm going to try my absolute best to deliver messages with more humility and love and everything that the Lord wants, and less arrogance, and sometimes I'll speak for him. He really doesn't like that. He really doesn't like that at all. He was actually a little upset with me for making too much light of what I call the cockroach system. His way of informing me of my transgressions. It's no joke. It's no joke. And he doesn't want me to treat it like a joke, which I wasn't intending to do, but if someone watched my video from yesterday, it could probably come off that way. So he didn't make me take that one down, though. He said that one was okay. He'll let me know one way or another if he really wants me to take a video down or, do some major thing to change, to make good on what I've done wrong. He'll let me know what to do. But it's a lack of humility. And mindfulness, like I said, I'll mention that really briefly here too. Mindfulness is something hardly anyone practices or thinks to practice. So we go on autopilot most of the time. People are walking around on autopilot totally. I see them, I watch the smartphone zombie apocalypse, I call it. They're walking by my house every day now. The students are back in town. It's a college town. And students have just taken over. There's a whole new neighborhood here. It's in the last week. Students, university students everywhere. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of new people walking by my house every day. They're not very mindful, I'll tell you that. They are so engrossed, they're just walking. They're not even watching where they're going. They almost bump into each other. They're so addicted to their phones, they can't even stop looking at it to walk down the street. And I mean, it's almost all of them. That's the opposite of mindfulness. That's autopilot. That's zombie mode. You need to avoid zombie mode, autopilot. It's terrible. Mindfulness. Be present in the moment. Know what's going on in your surroundings. Be alert and aware at all times. And don't forget about whatever it is you need to focus on. If it's humility, you can't let that out of your mind all day. You have to keep that in there. You can't just go, I think I'll try and work on humility today, and then forget about it and go around and do all the things you regularly do. That's where I fall short. That's what I do. So mindfulness and humility. Be mindful of how important humility is. That will save you a whole bunch of trouble. And it will please the Lord if you work on that. I'm quite sure of that. He's big on humility. I'm not trying to speak for him, but that is one thing I know he likes. He does not like arrogance whatsoever. That we can say is in the Bible. It's very clear that arrogance is the wrong way to go. So I don't feel like I'm speaking for him there. He has spoken this truth to us through his word already. So try and be mindful, folks. Try and be mindful of how important it is to be humble. And if you find yourself judging somebody, stop for a moment. Say, hold it now. Do I know anything about that person? Do I know what makes them act like that? Do I know their history? Do I know what their intention is? Do I have any idea how they were brought up by their parents? You probably don't know any of those things, and you're judging somebody anyway. I've done it many times, I promise. Leave judgment to the Lord. He judges everyone. That's his job to do, not ours. You need to stay away from it, and so do I. We need to focus on what our purpose is. If you haven't discovered your purpose yet, and you know you're an anointed person, believe me, that will come. That will come. The Lord has a job for every one of us, and I don't know what it's going to be for you. It could be anything. He might want you to be the next president of the United States. I have no idea. He might want you to be the next leader of China. May want you to be a pilot, and it could be anything. Literally anything. Whatever the Lord wants you to do, He'll let you know. He's already got a plan for you. He just slid me into this role I'm in now, like just so smoothly, and said here, but He's like, I'm going to be watching you really close now because you're representing me. You're sending a message to the world that is to represent me, and the heavenly realms don't do certain things because I'll be watching. And He certainly is. I was just sitting on the porch out there a few minutes ago, contemplating all this stuff and thinking about the cockroaches I got last night. And I wondered if other people can feel His presence the way I do. Like the wind can blow and I can feel the Lord's presence in it, in the wind. Or the birds just singing, and some of them are playing, they're chasing each other, flying around in circles after each other, and having a great time out there this morning. Feel the Lord's presence and all that. I don't wonder if He's real. I know 100% that He is. He's never really hidden Himself from me. So I'm very grateful for that. I don't know if He does that for everybody or not. The only experience I've ever had is my own. But I think other people too can feel His presence in everything they do. I think that's pretty normal for true believers. So let that help you be mindful of the importance of humility, because a lack of it will lead to you judging where you really shouldn't. And me being the most guilty one of that. So I'm going to try my best to please the Lord and be more humble in the delivery of my messages from now on. And when things are serious, I will not make light of them. And I think I might even be in trouble for not setting the right example for my new young friend last night. We had another long video chat, and I think I did things that I wasn't supposed to do as a representative of the Lord and someone who's supposed to be setting a good example for younger ones. So, yeah, I will leave it there. That's enough. I'm not trying to beat myself up, really, but when the Lord gets upset with you, it feels awful. It just feels, of anyone you could let down, you don't want to let down the Lord. You just don't want to let Him down at all. It's not good. But He's so full of forgiveness, luckily for me, luckily for all of us, because I need His forgiveness often. I guess we all do. So, that's my spiel on humility, not judging, and being mindful of all these things. Thank you for watching, everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.